Steve, luckily the snow is kind of staving off, but the temperatures are still falling.
Snow's done. Any accumulating snow's done. It's the temperatures and any kind of wet pavement that's not treated. You can get those icy spots. So at least the snow is done. That's true. And you'll see that on SKYTRACKER Doppler radar. There's still a little bit of snow to the southeast, so you might still notice some flurries or light snow around Sparta. Maybe just ended in Nashville, Illinois, Centralia as well. Parts of Clay County still going to see a little bit of snow before it all winds down and ends. Southern parts of Randolph County still finishing up with some of that light snow, but it's moving out and done in the metro where we're at 24 in St. Louis right now. St. Peter's, pair of twos at 22 degrees. And this is the problem. The ground was so warm yesterday and even going into today, but we've been below freezing for several hours. So that ground temperature is coming down and you can get some icy spots. And of course, the bridges and the overpasses, they can freeze first because they get cooled from above and below. And of course, it feels colder too. It's 9 for the wind chill in St. Louis. So it feels like 13 in Chesterfield currently. Some single-digit wind chills across the area right now, but at least the snow is done. And this is just a general map of snowfall totals from reports that have come in the past several hours. Generally 1 to 2 inches farther to the south, 1 to 3 inches across the St. Louis metro. I have had a couple reports and pictures out in Ellisville and Wildwood of what looked like about 3, maybe a little bit more. So there's some isolated spots a little higher, but generally the higher totals were up here 2 to 4 inches from around Hawk Point, Troy, up to Louisiana, Missouri, and Pike County, Missouri. But again, it's all winding down. It's not often you have snow on the pumpkins, so that's what we have here from Martha Everett, one of our forward storm spotters out in South City. Thanks to all our spotters. They really helped us get an idea of what was sticking to the ground, what was melting, where it was accumulating, at first mainly on grass and raised surfaces. And here's an interesting view too from yesterday. Again, this is a beautiful fall sunset from yesterday. Gene Bodeker out in Ellsbury, Missouri, to now tonight's sunset. And it looks more like winter, just like that. In about 24 hours, things have changed. And we did set a record today, 1.5 inches officially. That's the record for the most snow on this date. It beat a 1 inch total from 1911. It beat out a really old record. It's also the most snow we've seen this early in the season since 1991. It's been 28 years since we've had this much snow this early. By the way, the average first inch or more, December 21st. So yeah, this is early for sure. And we're getting hit with cold now, and that's going to be the big story tomorrow morning, and really the afternoon as well, but it's the morning will be near record. 12 is our low, 12 is the record. That's from 1911 as well, so we're close to maybe tying or beating a record. 11 in Edwardsville, 10 in Carlinville. Let's factor in those winds tomorrow morning. About 0 is what it'll feel like in St. Louis, and there will be some spots that dip below 0, like -1 in Belleville for your wind chill. Now, a couple things going for us tomorrow. We'll have sunshine, it's always nice, and lighter winds, but it is really a frigid day. 22 by noon, the high is going to be 25. The normal high, 58 degrees, a far cry from that. In fact, I don't have any temperatures getting to normal in my 7-day forecast, so while temperatures eventually will climb, we have to get used to this cold. 5 o'clock, the puffy coats are out tomorrow, but no shovels, it is dry, 23 degrees at 5 o'clock, and dry in the evening, light winds and about 20 degrees. So temperatures, I mentioned how they'll climb, but it's going to be slow. Well, here's Wednesday. Teens to wake up to, 39 in the afternoon. Look, that's much better than 25, but it's still way below normal. There is a wind chill that'll be near 10 on Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, we're up into the 40s, 41 for the high. That's where we'll be Friday and Saturday. Right now, it looks like mainly a dry week too, so I don't see another hit of snow coming our way, and temperatures slowly climbing up into the 50s by the time we get into Monday. It's amazing how the 40s and even the 50s are going to feel great after what we're going through tonight and tomorrow. At least we had a nice weekend. We had that.
That is true. A distant memory.
We did. We had a great weekend. It's good
right?
spin. It's good spin.
Got to reach.
All right. I'm with you. I feel you. Okay.